Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Olga Rivera Jackson, hashtag Hella Sober. So first of all, I'd like to thank you guys who have subscribed already, liked and shared, and even commented. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the support. I know I've been sharing it in all of my other social media platforms, and been getting lots of good feedback, and I really appreciate that. I just want you to know that whatever I speak of on these videos are from my heart and from my personal experience that I'm going through or that I had went through. So I just wanted to make that clear that this is my personal journey, and everyone's recovery and journey is completely different. So this is something that, like I said, it's my journey. And if ever you have any questions, just drop them below, and I will definitely be I'll answer them. Or if you want something to know in my next video, you can always just drop comments and suggestions there. Today I'm going to be talking just briefly. These videos are pretty brief. I do want to start a Facebook Live pretty soon, hopefully in the next month or two. So these videos are a little brief, just to kind of touch base on like I said, my journey. So today I'm gonna talk about my relationships, and how, because I did get the question asked. I get this asked a lot. How are your relationships now? The ones that were broken, the ones that were destroyed, so to say, when you're in active addiction. And well, the answer is they're still there. They're not the best, but I am truly blessed. I am truly blessed by an amazing family. My siblings, my brothers and sisters, for their support and their love. I'm gonna start off with them because that's a little hard, only because I am number 9 of 10 in my family. Yeah, we come in numbers. Number 9 of 10. And so my siblings are older than me, and they've always seen me, they've always treated me as a baby, and that's kind of where, not where it started, of course not, but codependency. I've always had them to fall back on. They've always been there no matter what. No matter what I went through, no matter what I needed, they never gave me the answer no. They were always there. And I'm truly grateful. Being that our parents passed, we cling on even harder. We don't necessarily get together often, but we do. We're there for each other. Like, I know, and everyone knows that. My whole siblings, they know that about each other. I know that if for any reason I'm ever like really drowning, I can just call on them. Even if I don't talk to them all the time, I can just call on them, and they'll be there in a heartbeat. And they showed that 7 months ago. They showed up. They showed up that night when I cried out and I said no more. They were there, not knowing anything about me. So my relationship right now with them is, the love is still there. The love is still there. The support is still there. As far as our the way we act, the way we live, our communication, being in recovery, after being an addict and alcoholic for so long, one thing that they teach us in treatment is you have to change your places, change your places, people, and things. Your surroundings. The people you hang out with. The things that you used to do. You have to stay clear away from all of that, because your mind has to develop a new way of living. And with that also comes a lot of knowledge that I know that I'm receiving from this illness, and that I am learning. And sometimes my conversations are quite different from what they were 8 months ago. I'm always, because I'm around recovery people all the time, and even at work, just the way I communicate, and I'm very transparent about my life. As you can see, I'm an open book. my way of speaking is much different. My mannerism, everything. So I'm always talking recovery. I'm always talking being sober, being clean. Even my jokes, they're about being sober, being clean. So, with that said about changing your other people, places, and things, going back to my family, there was a connection that we had as for so many years. As if you grew up in a Mexican household, you know, a lot of the parties and fiestas, they're a lot of fun, a lot of good food, a lot of good drinks, you know. Because I'm not in an environment anymore, or I tend to kind of stay away, although there are times, you know, because I can be in that environment without even thinking about taking a drink. It's just not good for me to stay in that environment, right? So that's a little challenge. I found myself when I got out of treatment afraid, like, was I ever going to be able to connect with them the way I did before? I used to always go out with my brothers dancing and having fun and drinking, you know, whatnot. But it was more me. I was just afraid that how am I going to connect with them again? Like, are we going to have fun still? Like, my brothers, I don't even think they even like bowling, you know. I mean, I don't know, I wasn't sure, you know. I was always afraid of that, you know. I was always afraid of how am I going to connect with them again. And so we're working on that. But like I said, the love, the support is great. You know, Christmas came around and they did have a huge sober Christmas for me, which was absolutely amazing. And you know, they've had get-togethers since then, and it's been good. I think it's me having to get out of my mindset and knowing that this is change, because to them, I'm Olga, you know. I'm their baby sister, you know. So I'm really grateful and blessed that I have siblings like that. You know, I still need time to heal. They still need time to heal. And I know this healing is not over. There's still a lot that we have to talk about, you know, process and go through. So, but as far as right now with my siblings, I am very grateful for them. I really am. And I love them more than they know. I'm truly grateful for them. My kids, their relationship, oh my gosh. So my relationship with my children is amazing. It's the best it's ever has been. They truly have been 100% supportive throughout this recovery journey of mine. I was very afraid, of course, at first, you know, how was that going to be? But the truth is, you know, someone pointed out to me, one of the counselors, I was at an alumni meeting, and being in active addiction for so many years, he asked, you know, how long were you in active addiction? And I was like, about 16 years, you know. It was like the last 10 years were bad. And like I've explained before, how the timeline was with my addiction. And he's like, wow. He was, and how old is your daughter? I said, she's, you know, my daughter's 17. And I didn't realize it until he actually said it. He's like, so your daughter really never knew you sober. She just really thought that who you were is you. And that really just struck me in my heart, because I never realized that my baby girl was 1 year old. My 19-year-old was about 4, you know, still very early. They've never really known me before. They really met me for the first time now. Like, this is what they're meeting. This is me. This is, you know, their mother. Although I did everything in my power to do my motherly duties, especially with all my kids and their sports. You know, I was a football mom, volleyball mom, track mom, you name it, PTA mom. I was there. It was a struggle. And I think back on it, and if I was 100 completely sober, oh my gosh, I could have done a lot more. but God knew His plan. God gave me enough strength to be there, to show up for them, even if it was just at 80%. He gave me that strength to show up, and I'm truly grateful for that, because those were the best times of my life, being able to stay home for my kids. And so my relationship with my children, it is just amazing. Amazing. Like our communication is there. They never hesitate to tell me how they feel. I never hesitate to tell them how I feel, if it's something offensive or something that's gonna hurt them or hurt me, because they've had to say some things. I'm very open. I'm like, okay, let's process this. Let's talk about it. Let's go through this emotion together. And it's been the best. Like I can't even explain the feeling that I get when I speak to my children. So with that, there's still a lot of healing, especially with my older ones, because my older ones, on the other hand, did know me before addiction, and then I was an addiction. So to them, they're like, what is wrong with you? What is going on here? What happened to my mother? So now the older ones, our relationship is great, but there's still a lot of healing to do there. There's still a lot of talking, a lot of processing that we have to do together. But they're all for it. They're all for it. Even though if it gets uncomfortable, we still talk through it. And there's still a lot more that, we have to discuss. So basically, the relationship with my children, it's just amazing. It's amazing, and I'm truly grateful that God has blessed me with just beautiful kids, and they absolutely 100%, I feel it deep down in my heart, they love me. They love their mama just like I love them. My relationship that I was in right before I went in with my partner at the time, my girlfriend. I was actually engaged, my fiance. That's going good. That's where it's not a relationship that we're restoring, so to say, but it's a relationship of healing for both of us. She had no idea that I was an addict. Nobody knew. Like I said, as I stated in the previous video, nobody knew at all. So to find out night before, I call her on Friday night, just let her know that I'll be going into detox, and then going into rehab. To find out the night before that the person you love, the person that you were making plans with for the rest of your life, investing, just loving, and just knowing that this is going to be your person for the rest of your life, to find out that that person that you knew was not her. It's devastating. And that's what happened with her. Her life came crumbling down just like mine did. But of course, at the time, I didn't think about it. I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I'm broken, I'm destroyed, what's going to happen? Not putting into consideration like her feelings and what she's feeling. It's devastating. It's literally devastating from one night to another. Like, what do you mean you're going into detox? What do you mean you're going into rehab? Like, what is going on here? And the only words that would come out of my mouth when I was on the phone with her, because she lived in Austin, was, I'm an addict. And I kept crying. I kept crying. It's like, I'm an addict. So she drove. She drove from Austin to my house that night. She had to work. It was about 11 p.m. And she was there with my siblings as they sat down with me. To let them know what was going on. Like I said, none of them knew. So going with her, we barely started talking again, just, kind of like I said, it's not a relationship that we're restoring, so to say, as the past, but it's definitely a relationship that that we're trying to heal. We're trying to heal together as well. You know, we took like a sabbatical. When I first went into rehab, we did not talk. She didn't want to contact me, which I completely understand today. Back then, I did not understand that. Today, I completely understand on why she was in that mindset of not wanting anything to do with me. You know, I broke her. I completely shattered her world in literally one night. How do you recover from that? You know, I was not in her shoes. You know, she wasn't in my shoes. And that's what we're talking about today. That's the beauty of our relationship, is that now I'm able to talk to her about where I was back then. She's able to tell me how she felt and how she was back then. And having that contact like that and having those kind of conversations, you know, especially to her, you know, she's, like I've told you before, that was the love of my life. You know, that was one who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. You know, I still do, don't get me wrong, but only God knows my future. Only God knows her future, you know. But I'm truly in love with that woman, and I'm just glad that God gave me the opportunity to be able to heal with her at, you know, during this time. I'm already in 2 weeks I'll be 8 months sober. Yay me. So yeah, so there's that. Like I said, just gonna give you I would want to give you a little recap on as far as building back my relationships after being a full-blown alcoholic addict. And there's still a lot more to be healed and to be done, but I just kind of wanted to give you a little piece. Again, if you have any questions or any suggestions of what kind of video you want me to talk about, please drop down below in the comments, and I will be glad to answer them. And also, you know, answer any questions you have. Once again, if you know anybody or you yourself are struggling with alcohol or drugs, please reach out. Please reach out. Please reach out before it's too late. There's too many people out there suffering who don't make it, and hopefully, you know, you reach out or you reach out for your loved one. So that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching. Once again, I truly appreciate you guys' support. Please find me on all my social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Instagram. I would definitely pin the links to those on this video. That way you can find me there. And I'll see you soon. Okay, so stay sober, be happy, and good vibes.